replaced him.
In Mortal Kombat 1, villains come in all shapes and sizes. Some are small, like people who zone, or the people that do the Gearus thing a whole year after release. And for every small evil, there's a bigger evil. Like Melina players.
I'm trying to avoid any sort of contact with my...
Or anyone who's even considered using Cyrax. You are part of the problem. Stop complaining on Twitter. And today on a Wednesday afternoon while watching the Indiana Pacers take on the Oklahoma City Thunder at 7:36 p.m., I thought about something. Who were the most evil people that Niro1 fought? That is a transition. Let's just go along with it. So without further ado, let's rank all of Niro1's villains.
And my triple cup, that's 2 times 2.
I'm ranking this based on how evil they were. So starting at the top, we got super villain, side villain, anti-hero, this emoji, lovable character, and finally, Toxic Josh and Iguana. Which, hold on, let me actually just put them there real quick. No explanation needed, they're just the goated. Actually, wait, no, Josh doesn't upload. Now we're truly gonna start off with an absolute banger, KillaClown. This right here is one of the greatest villains in not only Niro1's channel, but my channel, because I gotta shout myself. He's one of the most sinister villains that's ever been introduced in any multiverse. Any multiverse. He's committed multiple terrible atrocities towards multiple different people. His worst offense being putting together a team of foes called the Mortal Kombat Avenger. They were basically the new Avengers threat level, so not really much, but based off of that, you would assume he'd be high up on the list. However, he's really changed his narrative as of recent. So if he gets anti-hero, he's really changed it. He's really changed it, I don't know. Now, someone who does deserve to be high up on the list is Six Erican. He's done some heinous acts, which should easily place him among the superest of villains. I think most of you know how much of a scumbag he is, but here's just a list of some of the stuff he's done.
Assault, theft, fraud, DUI, breaking and entering, solicitation, armed robbery, shoplifting.
Super villain tier. Now, someone who's making a surprising introduction here is BriceyFishy. Now, you may think, how is he a villain? Here's the thing. Long ago, before the Fire Nation attacked in the Android Wars, Niro and Bryce weren't the closest of friends. However, after 2 seasons of character development and some tangy SpongeBob sauce, he has turned into a lovable character. Someone who is extremely new to this is the SubZero player. He didn't do a whole lot in this short match, but he said the very bad words, which is unacceptable. I wasn't in the game and I felt offended. Wait a minute. So just based off of this word alone, he gets side villain. Another newcomer is Omni-Man, or as I'm gonna call him, Tim Westwood. I'm be real, I have no idea who he is.
Got him.
He definitely isn't to the level of Bihan, but he did definitely make his mark when he attacks Niro unprovoked. So with this knowledge, he's gonna get a side villain, but way lower of a tier. Next up, we have Jeanne or Caprice. Honestly, I don't know. In the King of the Hill, they seem to be egotistical, self-centered, buzzword. However, in the interview section, they're actually pretty chill, so they get anti-hero. Next up is KitanaXMomiji, I think. I don't know how to say their name. They originally came off as an average trash talker, which isn't to the level of maybe like a Plankton, but more of a security system takes control of Squidward's house. However, after losing, they went on an infamous rant that rivals low-tier gods rants. At the end of their ramblings, they infamously stated, "I will be back," and they weren't, so they get side villain. Now, a person worthy of the super villain tier is Coppa.
I want Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash.
Bro, please, I just want just pissed off, bro. Like, just give me the win. We're gonna lose.
On the complete other end of the spectrum, we have JustCamOTG. He started off as someone you would consider a villain, however, he quickly changed his perspective and eventually opened up about some deep stuff. He's a true inspiration for sweaty tryhards and toxic players, especially the ones that use meta and complain that meta isn't more meta. Like, I don't understand that. You're using Scorpion Pharah, going up against another Scorpion Pharah, complaining that Scorpion Pharah is too broken, and you want Scorpion Pharah to be buffed. Like, I don't understand it. Like, there's the same people that instantly migrated away from Homelander as soon as he got nerfed. Anyways, he's a true inspiration to everyone, and this message alone just gets him in a lovable character tier. Actually, no, he gets in the emoji, because I want to put more people in the emoji. Another interesting specimen is Get Out of My Room, or as I like to call him, honestly, I was going to do like a bit, like I had it in the script where I was going to read it out loud, but I'm not doing all. He made multiple appearances and showed the same level of enthusiasm every single time. He took those fights as if he was Deku fighting a low-level villain and about to lose, but then he remembers he has no dad, his crush is scared of him, and he's glazed by the #1 hero and still doesn't have the single strength to be able to throw a punch without completely, utterly destroying his entire bone structure. But unlike Deku, he gets side villain tier. Next up, we have Stretch Blaze, who was just a funny little villain who was just, you know, just like to talk smack and love to party. Just like me. However, he eventually saw the video and actually turned out to be a chiller dude than we originally thought. He gets the emoji. Next person we got is PurppBlunt. You may not recognize them at first glance, but they immediately make their presence known.
Your gamer tag, bro.
Now, complaining about someone's gamer tag, that's unacceptable. Unless they have those stupid duo names like His Fart and Her Toot, no one should ever be bullied for their name. Side villain. Another one-timer is Proto Liam. Complaining about a feature that's in the game is honestly pretty understandable, if we're being honest, because the people over there at NetherRealm Studios don't know what they're doing half the time. Edward Jonathan Boonward is doing his best, however, so I'm gonna put him at anti-hero. To wrap this up, we have the man of many names, Wheeze, or Axel, or more importantly, Yubs. He put the entirety of the MK community on a magic goose chase at 2 in the morning to find out who Axel was. He had already fooled us with Wheeze, and we assumed it wasn't him fooling us again, but we were mistaken. And for this horrible crime, and for ruining every single chat, he gets the emoji. And that just about does it. Was there someone I missed? Do you not agree with this list? Does Niro need to upload more? Let me know in the comments below. This is all for jokes and stuff. Don't send any hate to anyone. It's pure for jokes and giggles. Thank you to Niro for making these silly videos and giving me the idea. Thank you to Edward Jonathan Boonward for not regulating voice chat. And thank you all for watching. Stay low key, and I'll catch y'all when pigs fly. Peace.
Turns out I want Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash.